So this song was dedicated to invested millennial from Ill Kid and Rich TV Live. That new. Oh. That's dirty. That's pretty good. I like it. It's the business cards. It's true. It's true. Oh, I feel good. That song makes me feel good. I don't know why. Rear. That's crazy. Shout out to Ill Kid, man. That song is dope. What do you think? Honestly, I want to honestly know. What do you think?
I really like it. I really like it. It's like different, and I love how he was able to like talk about like personal things like communications major, LA, Vancouver to LA. I love it. It's really good.
So if you had to rate it from 1 to 10, because I said we talked about this on the last show. I said we're going to make a song. So I told Ill Kid, and he's like, I'm into it. I told him a little bit about you, and he watched our show, and he was really impressed with you. Just so you know, he was really impressed.
I'm on that learning curve on YouTube, so.
No, but he was. You know what? He was impressed with you. Don't worry about YouTube. He was impressed with you because of the way you articulate yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you communicate. And I said, I think we have a chance to do like a pretty cool show. Maybe we can make a cool show, right? We need a theme song. And he came up with that, and I thought that was not what I was expecting. Yeah. Screaming invest in millennial and Rich TV Live. And he's like rear, and my kids were listening to it, and my son was kind of making fun of me. And by the end of the night, they were kind of singing it. My kids.
They warmed up to it, right?
Yeah, they warmed up to it. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. So we got a couple people here. We got Reefer Al Joint. What's up, Reefer Al Joint? We got Nelson. We got Mark. Obviously, Invest in Millennial. Everybody, you guys know Invest in Millennial by now. We have a new name to our show. I don't know if it's going to stick, but we're going to call it The Money Show, episode 3 right now. What do you think about that name?
I like it. The Money Show. The Money Show. Let's stick with it. Let's see if it morphs into something else. But for now, I like it.
Awesome. So I know you've had a hectic week. I've had a hectic week.
Yeah, it's been insane.
We can talk about so many different things. The stock market has been just, let's just start with the fact that the stock market overall is at all-time highs. So it's just nuts. Okay? And I'm going to make a few predictions on today's show because I've been doing a lot of research. What do you think, Wendy? Like, do you think that the stock market's going to stop going up?
Well, there's a lot of heat going on. I've been away, so I haven't been watching the news fully, but I know there's a lot of controversy going on with Trump right now, specifically because he made a few calls from his personal phone and people are starting to freak out, the FBI, all these things are going on. So I think that with that controversy behind Trump and like heading into 2020, I feel like things might kind of slow down a little bit. Not necessarily go down, but I think it's just going to start like to go on a flat, like a plateau type of thing. Just there's a lot of like political stuff going on, and I feel like people are, and it's like the whole bad news, good news thing with Trump and like the trade war. Like one day we're moving forward, the other day we're not moving forward, and he's playing this game, and obviously the Trump card. So I just feel like things are gonna probably start to slow down a little bit. That's
Okay.
my opinion.
All right. Well, I studied some very successful, uh, I would say, analysts. Some of the best analysts, stock pickers in America, and I've been studying for quite some time. And have you ever heard of a melt up?
A melt up?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I actually had not heard of the term myself. So what these gentlemen are suggesting is that we are entering right now in 2019 a melt up. And what that means is we are going to see a huge explosion in the stock market.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
and nobody's expecting it. And what's happening is everybody's being scared by the whole trade war, so they're not actually investing. And what you're seeing is that the volume's coming down, but stocks are going up, because the real reason why the stocks are going up, it's only the elite, it's only the rich, and it's only the insiders, and it's only the institutions, hedge funds that are doing the buying. It's not retail. Okay? Yeah. The retail's missing out, despite the fact this year has been an amazing year in the stock market. It's been an amazing year in gold. It's been an amazing year in oil and gas. And a lot of the money in retail is scared. So it's on the sidelines. What the melt up is when all those people shift and go from being on the sidelines to putting their money into the stock market, is going to create a melt up, and everything is going to explode. And what that shift is people like students, people like the taxi cab drivers, people like your teacher are going to buy stocks, because they're all going to realize Apple's going to keep going up, Facebook's going to keep going up, Amazon's going to keep going up, Google's going to keep going up, Twitter's going to keep going up. They're all going to keep going up. And Visa's going to keep going up. American Express is going to keep going up. Tesla's going to keep going up. And people are going to start jumping in like a state of panic. They're going to be like, oh my God, we're going to miss the biggest explosion of all time. And they're going to jump in, and that's going to create a melt up.
It's going to, yeah, exactly.
And guess what? It's not just going to be stocks. Bitcoin's going to explode. Cannabis stocks are going to explode. And it's not going to be all the cannabis stocks. It's going to be the best cannabis stocks. And I'm going to make a prediction today. Bitcoin's going to explode because Bitcoin is going to be doing its halving. You need to research this. If you want to get into Bitcoin, you need to get into it right now, everybody. Between now and March 20th, 2020, Bitcoin is going to have halving. Halving. This has happened only in a few times in its history. And when it's happened, it's gone up 10x. These experts are predicting that Bitcoin could go to $100,000 a coin.
Wow.
It's at $7,000 right now. This is the best kept secret in cryptocurrencies, and I have to break it because that's just what I do. And I like to help people get rich. So if you're watching Rich TV Live, you need to right now learn about Bitcoin. I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm just telling you it's going to fucking explode. Now, if you want to buy it, it's up to you. I don't really care, sorry. But I'm just telling you it's going to explode. It's going to explode. And I want you to know where you heard it first on The Money Show with Invest the Millennial and Rich TV Live. And I'm hearing this directly from some of the biggest, highest net worth guys in America. Guys that have predicted some of the most craziest historic events in the history of America. Guys that are hugely successful are predicting that this explosion in 2019 is going to get even hotter in 2020. So you know how you made a lot of money in the markets? You're going to make more. But don't put it in cannabis. Don't put it in cannabis. Put it in the broader markets. Put it in gold. Put it in Bitcoin. If you're going to put it in cannabis, I got one cannabis company for you guys, and you're not going to know who it is, but I'm going to tell you on this show. I'm going to tell you on this show because I want this show to be the #1 show on YouTube.
Yes. The money show.
The money show, but you guys got to smash the like button. Because if you're not going to smash the
Yes.
like button, I'm not going to give out these picks. I can't just keep telling you to buy Bitcoin and Bitcoin's going to go up 10x and everyone's going to get rich and you're not even going to smash the like. You got to smash the like. You got to comment on the show. You got to comment in the videos. You got to go follow and subscribe to Invest in Millennial. You have to go and follow her on Instagram. You got to follow me on Twitter. Everywhere. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so IIPR.
IIPR. That's the winner, huh?
Yep. And I'm going to tell you why. IIPR. It has a chance to go up 10x. And it's at $70. I'm going to tell you why. It has a tight float. It's paying a dividend. And they're in the real estate business for cannabis, which I think is genius. So when you're in the real estate business for cannabis, what you do is you go and you buy the commercial units, you go and buy the houses where people are growing cannabis. When you do that, you can charge 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 8 times the rent. So their business model is off the charts. Okay? That's why they're able to pay out a dividend, despite the fact they're just now starting to become profitable. But if you look at the chart of IIPR, it's up in 2019. Some of these experts that I've been studying are suggesting that it could go up 10 times. We could see IIPR, Innovative Industrial Properties, go up to $700 a share. I'm making that prediction right now.
That's crazy.
You guys could see IIPR become the #1 cannabis company in the world. They're paying a dividend. They got a tight float. They're in America. They're already trading at $75. Why? The market makers know everything, okay? They're not stupid. They know all. Market makers know all. When cannabis stocks were going down, it was because they didn't have any money and they weren't making any money. That's why they went down. They were an easy target. When the entire stock market was exploding, how can you short Apple when Apple's gone from $140 to $270 this year? You can't short it. You'll lose your ass. So what do? You go to the industry where it's all hype, where there's no equity to back the fundamentals and the financials don't back the share price. So it was a very easy target for everyone to attack the cannabis sector when they were losing their ass in the broader markets all year. This is what's happening. It's a real thing. So when you're a market maker, you don't want to lose money. So you go and you do a sure thing. It's a sure bet. Right now, the stock market's really high and it's going to keep going up because there's a Superman named Donald Trump and he wants to make sure that he's the best president of all time. It's extremely important to him. It's important to his legacy. He has the biggest ego in the history of any president on the planet. So for him, it's about being the best. It's about making America great. And he's doing that because the stock market is making a lot of very wealthy people more money. And those people are on his side right now. You think they want someone else to come in there right now when the stock market's exploding?
No. Mm-mm.
No shot.
All their money's in it.
No shot.
I mean, yeah, the market is definitely
No shot.
performing extremely well this year. And I don't know, maybe it's just I've been watching a lot of like CNN and what's going on the political side of things. And it just seems like with this whole impeachment thing and with him like just continuing to cause controversy, maybe, I don't know, my prediction is that maybe it could potentially slow down the market, but who knows really. I think there's a lot of other things that are good indicators that the market could also continue going up and doing a melt up, like you said.
It's a melt up, I'm telling you, and it's not going to stop. Trump is not going to let it stop. And you know the reason why the stock market keeps going up is Trump has the ability to print money. And the Federal Reserve Bank can just print money infinitum, and then they can take that money and they can use that to buy the stocks. So it's a guaranteed win. There's nothing anyone can do to stop it. And everybody's on board because all of Wall Street knows this is happening. Everybody's sitting there scared on the sidelines. Meanwhile, everything keeps going up. You could be buying Apple and just doubling your money. So why aren't you? You're going to wait until it's 400 to buy it? Buy it now. I was telling everyone about Apple at 240. It's now 270. I've been talking about Facebook since 2017 When it was at 100, it's now at 200. I've been talking about Twitter since 2017 when it was at 13. It hit a high of 40 this year. Stock market is going to keep growing. Why? These companies are growing. If the companies grow and their revenues grow, then the stock market will grow. The S&P 500 grows every single year. Why? Warren Buffett makes money investing in the S&P 500. Why? Because he believes that America will continue to grow, that the best companies in America will continue to be profitable. He bets on the fact that America will continue to be great. That's why he's so successful. People that lose are people that bet against America. Because you could win, win temporarily, but you're not going to win overall. We're talking about the most powerful country in the world. I'm not stupid, and I'm not going to sit here and say Canada is more powerful than America when we have 30 million people and America has 300 million. You guys could come over here, knock down our border walls. What walls, right? You guys could decide we're taking over Canada, and there's nothing we could do. You know what I mean? You know, like, we know this. You know, like, okay, so Trump was hanging out with Trudeau this week, and he was asking Trudeau he was asking him about our military. And
he's ready to take over.
Oh my goodness. And Trudeau, I could see Trudeau was shrinking in his chair, talking about, oh yeah, we're really focused on building our military. You know?
Sure,
you know that we really we're always there with NATO, and we're always there to fight with our allies. You know what I mean? We have no military. Our military is America. Like, what military?
Oh my God.
Right? So, I mean, America is a superpower when it comes to military. Canada is a peacekeeping country.
I like that, though. I like that. Like,
it is what it is.
Move to Canada. I
right?
actually like Canada.
Right? We're a peacekeeping country. Right? We're a peacekeeping country. So, we are not about war. We're about, we're about cannabis. We're about legalization, make love, not war. We're bringing back the 60s. We're about legalization of this beautiful plant. And we just want to make love, not war, right? But we know that America, wherever you guys want to go, is where you're going to go. Everybody knows that. And I think the whole world knows that. And that's why there's I believe a lot of jealousy and envy on a global scale towards America. But at the end of the day, LeBron James is in America. Warren Buffett's in America. Facebook's in America. Like, a lot of big businesses are in America, right? And I'm not here to say that other countries don't have big businesses too. But there's a reason why the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, is going up. And I told this to everybody. When everybody was saying in the beginning of the year there's going to be a recession, I said, what recession? There's no recession. There's more jobs being created. The stock market's still going up. Real estate's still going up. There is no recession. What recession? I'll believe there's a recession when I see houses going down. They're not going down. Not in my neighborhood. Is it going down in your neighborhood?
No.
Exactly.
They're still expensive. So.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So when you see that everything starts going down like it did in 2007, that's when it was a recession, because everything crashed, right? That was a real recession. I'm not seeing that. So I still think we're going to have a huge run up, and then there will be a crash. But
once I think we hit like the election season, who knows, right?
No, I think it's going past. I think we're gonna have green all of 2020. I think 2020.
Even if Trump doesn't win.
No. If Trump doesn't win, which is not possible, Trump will win. There's no way Trump doesn't win. Okay, unless there's some crazy impeachment.
Why don't we do this for entertainment purposes? Let's do this on the show because it's all about like money. What if? Give us like your prediction, worst case scenario, best case scenario. Let's say, of course, Trump is doing really well for us in the market. Let's say he gets reelected. What is your prediction or what you think could happen? And what happens? What do you think if Trump doesn't get elected? How do you think the market will respond? Let's talk about that. I think people
if Trump gets elected, the entire stock market will explode. And it has exploded since he's been the president. So historically, when we have these melt-ups, what happens is there's huge drops during a melt-up, which creates fear and panic, which is what the news uses to keep you focused on fear and panic and not the fact that the market keeps going up. But the reality is in 2019, there's really no reason for people not to be making money because we just had a huge bull market. Like Apple just went from 140 to 270, right in everybody's face.
Yeah.
It's going to go to 400. And there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
There's a reason for it. 5G. 5G.
Yeah.
5G is the new internet, everybody. So
It changed everything.
everything. And you work for Tesla, so you know how big
Yeah.
5G is, okay?
With
5G.
manufacturing, it's gonna be insane. Just the way we're able to work and production, like it's just
Yes.
gonna take things to the next level when it comes to restructuring the factory. It's gonna be crazy.
If Trump loses, the stock market will crash and it will be a recession like we've never even seen. That cannot happen. We cannot let that happen, okay?
But you know that he can only be in office for 2 terms.
Yeah, but that's 4 more years. That's 4 years of green in the stock market. Like, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, this man will not allow the markets to crash. So anyways, let me just say, if the market goes up on this melt up, which I'm predicting based on what I've heard from experts, okay? If this melt up continues in 2020, there's going to be at least 5 massive corrections. So it'll go up, it'll correct. It'll go up higher, it'll correct. It'll go up higher, it'll correct. So during these corrections, and when the news comes in is, this is when it crashes. So everybody stays out. And then
you gotta go in.
and then what happens is people see it go higher again. It's like stock market. It's like the housing market. Like people are buying houses right now in Vancouver. I'm like, are you nuts? I'm selling. Everything's at the highest. I'm selling. I ain't buying shit. You know what I mean? I'll buy when there's a crash. I'll wait for years. I don't care. I ain't touching nothing at all-time highs. Never. Never, never, never. Especially with what happened in the cannabis stock sector over the last 8 months, where we just went from all-time highs to all-time lows. It's all manipulation, okay? So as long as Trump is president, which I anticipate we know at least, unless he gets impeached, will be at least for until November, we're going to see the market go higher. So guys, Apple, Facebook, Berkshire Hathaway. Look at Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway,
That's insane.
it went from 200,000 to 300,000 plus this year. Why? Because he invests in businesses. He invests in America. He invests in the S&P 500. Do you know Jordan Belfort?
He sounds super familiar. He's someone that
The Big Short, like he's the guy like from
the Big Short,
The Wolf of Wall Street, like he's the guy. Like this is the guy.
He has a show.
Yeah, he's like the Wolf of Wall Street. He's the real Wolf of Wall Street, right? This guy loves.
I like the show, by the way, just saying.
Yeah, he's sick. I love him. I'm a huge fan of him. He predicted that Bitcoin would crash when it did. He predicted it. He predicted the cannabis stocks will explode. So I'm a huge fan of his, and I believe in that too. He invests in the S&P 500. That's all he invests in. All he believes in is in the invest. He goes, listen, if Warren Buffett's buying the S&P 500, I'm buying the S&P 500. He goes, what else do you need to know? What else do you need to invest in? Invest in America's growth. Yeah. That's the way my brain thinks. I'm like, that makes sense. Yeah. Now we're going to have cannabis. So America's going to be able to make money on cannabis. America's going to grow even bigger. Okay?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, there's always going to be ways to make money, especially when it's printed. Okay? Yeah. Money gets printed. And then that money gets printed. They can take it and put it into the stock market. Okay, you know what? I feel like pumping up Apple today. Let's print $5 billion. Or sorry, that's not enough. Let's print $5 trillion and let's just buy some Apple. That's why the market keeps going up. So the shorters have no chance. None. So they have to go into cannabis. It's the only thing that's down in 2019. Yeah. It's the only thing.
But it's also a great buying opportunity for someone who's trying to get in, right? I mean, that's the reality, I think. If you're trying to load up, now's a good time.
I think that 5G is, if you actually look at Nokia. Nokia's down. It's down 100% in 2019. What does that remind you of? Cannabis stocks. Isn't that funny? And what's going to be the hottest thing coming in 2020? 5G. Cannabis stocks. Cannabis stocks, 5G, and Bitcoin. And they're all down right now. Funny how it works. Yeah. I'm making a prediction. In 2020, the broader markets are going to go way higher. Bitcoin's going to go way higher. Cannabis, the best cannabis stocks are going to go way higher. And 5G is going to go way, way higher. So isn't it funny that cannabis stocks are down and 5G is down at the same time?
two big trends that are literally going to be changing,
The world.
like, yeah, in the next couple of years. It's just crazy. It's funny because that happened like with Bitcoin specifically a couple years ago. Like no one was investing in it. Like a few, like it was like super low, and people got in. And now look at Bitcoin. Like you can't even get one share. It's like worth thousands of dollars. Now it's like it's starting to go back down, and you can finally try and get in. And it's like people. Some people are still hesitant. I'm actually hesitant. It's funny because just going on a side tangent, I actually interviewed someone on my show who's my friend. He's like a 20-year-old who invested in Bitcoin. And he said the same thing you said, which is now is the best time to get in because he predicts that it's also going to go up. And this is a 20-year-old talking, but he's been investing since he was 18 years old. So I'm like, I'm hesitant, but I think, I'm hearing it from a lot of people. And I think that, it could be a good opportunity for sure.
Well, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And, we love to predict things before they happen. A lot of people, they like to talk about things after they've run up. I like to talk about things before they run up. So you guys can write this down. You can write down today's date. Rich TV Live prediction, December 7th, 2019. We are going to see a huge explosion on Bitcoin. We'll see a huge explosion in cannabis stocks, the best cannabis stocks, starting with IIPR. We're going to see a huge explosion in 5G. A company I'm going to throw out there is Nokia. I've got a list, but I'll use that for another video. I've got a list of 5G companies I'm really focused on. So as a community, I think we should all be looking for 5G stocks. Okay. And one of the reasons why Apple, just so you guys know, is going up in 2019 is because they're very deeply involved with 5G. Just so everyone knows. And I think that the broader markets are going to have a great year in 2022. So broader markets, 5G, Bitcoin, top cannabis stocks are going to explode in 2020. And you heard it here first on The Money Show with Invest the Millennial and Rich TV Live. I'm just throwing that out there.
I love it. The Money Show. I love it, actually. I'm starting to warm up to it. The Money Show. I like it.
Well, hey, we're talking about making money, right? We're talking about different ways to make money. I'm wearing this suit because I went to a Forex Trading Academy event today. And I now am a business owner of my own Forex Trading Academy. So if anybody in the world wants to learn how to trade Forex and wants to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies and wants to learn different strategies about swing trading and different technical analysis and different strategies, I'm now working with an entire community of young and older people from all ages and all walks of life that are very excited. And I got a chance to go on stage today and speak in front of a lot of other people that are going to be teaching me. And it was an amazing experience because YouTube is giving me a platform now that I don't believe I would have had if I wasn't doing YouTube. So, Wendy, get ready. Like, your life is going to change.
I'm ready. And I'm wearing this shirt and looking a little fancy. I'm actually at UCLA Anderson School of Management. So it's an MBA school, and I'm doing this program. So I'm looking at ways to excel academically, professionally on YouTube. So this is all about I love that what we're doing. Like, we're sharing our stories, we're sharing, what we do, and a passion for the stock market and just making money. As I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but yeah, it's a reality. I mean, money gives us opportunities to do the things that really matter in this world.
So tell me a little bit about your program. What are you doing there?
So I, I, for those of you who started watching this from the beginning, I graduated from UCLA undergrad, so 4 years. I've been at Tesla for 4 years as well. And I am 25 and I'm trying to figure out my next step, whether that is going to business school, whether it is launching my own business. So this particular program that I'm doing at UCLA, it's called the Reardon Fellows. It's actually a pretty prestigious program in the US where they bring graduates, undergraduates, or college graduates from all over the country to pretty much do everything you need to do to get into top tier MBA schools in the US. So that can be Harvard, that can be Booth, that can be Wharton, it can be UCLA Anderson. And we prepare, we do the testing, we do the resume work, it's like a crash course to become the best MBA candidate when you're interviewing for these top schools. So I decided to do this program to get exposure to the MBA process. It doesn't mean I'm going to go to MBA school. It's a very, I graduated school debt free, and I'm not trying to add
wow, good for you.
My life. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm established. I have my own place. I drive a nice car. I don't need loans right now, right? So the only
Good for you.
reason, yeah, I would only go to business school if I get a full ride like I did with undergrad. So if I'm able to kill it with my exams and I'm able to go into one of these amazing schools, uh, with some type of a full ride or a scholarship that covers at least 80 to 90% of that 2 years, and I would do it. If it doesn't cover anything, then I'm not putting myself in that situation. So I'm just doing, honestly, it's all networking, it's all connections, meeting with deans and putting myself out there. And hopefully I get some type of fund to go to MBA school, and then we'll be doing a YouTube about my life as an MBA student and
I love it.
investor.
I love it. So, okay, so I
Yeah.
have an idea. Tell me what you think. So, I have a store called richtvshop.com,
Okay.
and I'm selling merchandise, I'm selling memorabilia, hats, everything. So, what I want to do is I want to work with different influencers like you and help you create exposure. So, if you have like a logo or anything, I want to help you create like a line that we could actually
Yeah.
sell at my store. So people can
Perfect.
go to the store and they're going to be able to get access to other influencers' products. Like,
Oh my God. We should do like a hat that says the money show or the
yeah,
money.
yeah. That's what I'm
I would
talking about.
I would totally rock it in LA, and they'd be like, "Oh, I like your hat." I'm like, "Yeah,
Well, have you
yeah."
seen my gear? Have you seen the hats
I
I'm
saw
getting?
your shirt. I haven't seen your hats, but I saw some of the gear you posted on Instagram a couple days ago
Oh,
or
you
yesterday.
should see the
Yeah.
hats. The hats are
Oh my
sick. Or
God.
do you follow me on
Wait,
Twitter? Do you follow me on Twitter?
I don't really use Twitter.
If
I
you
have my
follow me, you got
Snapchat.
okay. You need to get on Twitter, girl. You need to
I
get on
know.
Twitter. I'm telling you,
I know.
Twitter's dope.
I
Trust me.
know.
You need to get on Twitter, okay, and follow me on Twitter because I have it posted. My picture there. I have it there, like of the hats.
I gotta
They're
check it out right now.
sick. They're so sick. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm getting them mailed to me. They're so crazy. I'm telling you right now, these hats are going to be bestsellers. I didn't create them. I got to give a mass shout out to Elad. Okay, so Elad is one of the members who has a store, and he had this idea of creating the store. He did it. I didn't do it. He designed everything. The hats are so sick. When I saw them, I was like, yo, what the hell, man? I had to get them all. I have like 5 of them coming. I got hats coming. I got hats coming. I got a hoodie coming. I got a mug coming. I got like Don't Panic mugs, Don't Panic hats. I got Full Alert. I got like Rich TV Live hats, Rich TV Live shirts. They're all coming. Like it's my own Christmas gift to myself. Like I'm so pumped.
Do you have green gold? Something that says green gold?
Oh yeah, we got it all. Like we got this
my
whole.
God.
This guy created a whole store with every saying I talk about on the show. Like so, my idea here, Invest in Millennial, is to get your brand, Invest in Millennial, and create T-shirts, create mugs, and put it on Rich TV Live and help you grow. And you're gonna get a percentage of the proceeds. You're gonna make money.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, so this is what I want to do, and I want to help build entrepreneurs and help people build their brand. So Reefer Al Joint is in here. He's in the group chat. We're gonna do that for him. We're gonna do that for Reefer Al Joint. We were talking to him about it too. So Elad he liked the idea, and I'm doing it for Ill Kid too. So Ill Kid is making music. I want to help him build his brand too. So why can't we just create like a store, a shop for influencers, and we can help each other build our brand and support.
Yeah.
We can all support each other's growth, right? And I think it's a great idea. And then it's a place where like I like the product. I bought it myself, right? So I'm like excited to buy this product and rock this product because if I'm gonna wear like Chicago Bulls, if I'm gonna wear like an Armani
No,
suit,
rep your brand.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah,
right?
I love it.
Um,
I love it.
so I'm even gonna get suits. So I'm gonna have like designer suits, and it's gonna be like Rich TV Live in the inside, or you're gonna be able to get Invest in Millennial on your suits, or you'll be able to get your own company name on your suits. So instead of you guys going and buying Hugo Boss, you can rock your own name. You can build your own brand. This is what my whole idea is people should be building their own brand in 2020.
Yeah.
Everyone should be on YouTube. Everybody should be an influencer.
Building a personal brand nowadays is like very important. And let's say you're just not a camera person. And regardless, you still have to build a personal brand if you're trying to make connections outside of like entertainment. Knowing who you are and knowing yourself and being able to pitch yourself to maybe employers or just industries, like you have to have that personal brand. Like have a business card. I know, Rich, you were showing your business card at the beginning of the show, and now we're talking about like personal development here, but it's true. Like you need to own who you are and bring your best foot forward, and like understand that in 2020, like there's so many opportunities. Like we're literally entering a new decade and a new opportunity for us to map the next 10 years of our lives. And whether that's in the stock market, whether that's in your personal career, in your personal life, like take this opportunity to, yeah, to like create that brand for yourself. And if you want to do YouTube, if you're someone who's on the comments here that tends to watch lots of Rich's content and you want to start your own channel, do it. No one's stopping you. I think it's time for people to really have that courage to do what they want to do.
You want to be in Hollywood? You want to know who's the new Hollywood? It's your phone.
Yeah. Paparazzi, your phone.
Everybody has a chance to be a star now. Just turn on your phone. I'm not kidding. Like, TikTok is nuts. I've been telling people, man, TikTok is nuts. Like, I'm going to be bigger on TikTok than I am on YouTube, like, probably in a year. That's how big TikTok is. Like, TikTok is nuts. And people don't even know. Right? So, I mean, social media is so big. Like today, that's what I spoke about. Like I went on stage and I haven't even done any Forex trading yet. And I've already started building my business. And people are looking at me like, how is that even possible? Like, how do you have 2 people on your team and you haven't even started trading? And I'm like, because I have a huge community that I've been building for 3 years. So why can't anyone else do it? Just turn on the camera, start, get on Instagram, get on Facebook, get on Twitter, get on YouTube, get on LinkedIn, get on TikTok, and build a brand. If I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. It's only been 3 years, and now my community is 70,000 people in 60 countries, and on YouTube alone, 10,600 hours of watch time a month.
Crazy.
When I think about that, and I actually remember when I started, like a few years ago, I remember doing videos out of my living room, out of a house. And I remember I was going through a divorce at the time, and I was like literally starting YouTube as like my own like little like
escape.
It was my honestly, it was my like just my chance to it was like my therapy. Yeah, it was my therapy. I'm not gonna lie. It was literally my therapy because I went to school when I was a kid and I loved radio and television. And I wanted to do something radio and television. So I just was like, you know what? I'm not happy in my life. Things didn't go the way I wanted. Clearly, starting over, let me just do something I truly love. Who cares about the money? Because I wasn't making any money, right? So, yeah. And, you're starting on YouTube. You know what it's like. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, right?
It is.
It's a lot of work.
Like, let me just share a little bit with you guys. Like, for me, I've only been on YouTube for about 2 months, and it takes me literally like almost 4 hours to like record a video. Sometimes that's just record because I want it to be perfect, and I'm just so critical of myself. And I record and then I delete, and then I record and I delete, and then I have to edit, and it's crazy because YouTube is not my full-time gig, and sometimes I'm up until like 2-3 in the morning trying to do this so that I can be consistent. So yes, it takes a lot of work, but it's worth it. Like Rich, like he's been on here for 3 years, and putting out content sometimes it's not easy, especially when you have other responsibilities. But if you're looking forward to like building that brand and expanding, take advantage of all the free tools that are out there for you to get yourself out in the public. So there's always a way. That's the thing. There's always a way. You just have to do your research and take the first step.
No, but I mean, like, we're living in 2020 now, okay? Forget 2019. We're in 2020. We're looking into the future.
Yeah.
If you're not using phones, if you're not on social media, then how can you build a brand? I'm sorry. You're not getting it, right? Like, if you're trying to build a brand, if you're trying to, like, I have a buddy, he's a really good friend. He doesn't have a website. He's a great business. He doesn't have a website. And I said to him, listen, bro, it's 2020. You have to have a website. If you're a company, you have to have a website. You have to. If you don't have a website, you don't have a real business. People think you're fly by night. Like, what do you mean you don't have a website? You're a business, but you don't have a website? Name me one big company that doesn't have a website.
Everyone has a website.
Exactly. Does Tesla have a website?
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Would it be weird if Tesla didn't have a website?
It's actually sketchy when you're something like you market yourself as a business, but you're only on Instagram.
Exactly.
Like, are you really a business? That sounds like a scam.
Exactly. So you have to have a website, and nowadays you have to be on the 5 major pillars of social media: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok. At least some of those. At least some, if not all. I'm on all of them, and I'm searching for the next one. constantly because I want to increase my reach. Because the bigger reach we have, the more people we have, the bigger community we have, the more possibilities we can create. You know, you have a voice, right? You have a voice. You're an influencer. You have a voice. When you have that, you have responsibility. I really work hard to try to make sure we have the best picks. We've had really great picks for years. The cannabis stock market's been really bad in the last 8 months. I think it would be a detriment to my community if all I talked about was cannabis stocks when all the rest of the other investment opportunities are going up. If you can make money in gold investing, if you can make money in tech stocks, if you can make money in 5G, if you can make money in Forex, if you can make money shorting stocks, if you can make money in options trading, why wouldn't we do that too? Because if we're an investing platform and we're investing in real estate too, then why wouldn't we be investing in everything? So I'm trying to educate myself so that I can have a better understanding of different financial instruments so that I can make as much money as humanly possible for myself and for the community. And if the cannabis stocks are the only thing down for the last 8 months, we need to really open our horizons and look at everything else and diversify so that we never get caught up just buying cannabis stocks again. So I'm recognizing that as an investor myself, because I need to keep maturing and developing as an investor. The second that you think you've learned it all is the second you stop growing and the second that you stop winning. Okay? So you said it, you're 25. I look at it like you have so many years to invest.
Yeah.
You do.
And honestly, 2019 was my first year. For some of you who follow me on my channel, then you guys know, like I started with $10,000 and I'm at 30 now. And you know, it's been a great year for me, and there's still a lot of things that I have to learn. There's a lot of lessons that I have to have under my belt to become a better investor, and it just takes time, you know. And that's why I created this Invest in Millennial brand, because especially for the female audience, a lot of us don't talk about investing, don't talk about how much we make, because we want to be coy, and because, you know, we don't have the confidence to stand up and talk about money, because it is, you know, not to put anyone down, but it is a male-dominated subject, and that's fine. But it's time for us to become our own cheerleaders and step up to the plate and talk about these things and teach each other how to invest and how to grow our money. So I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited to be vulnerable with my audience and like show you guys my mistakes. Like these are the stocks that I totally just freaking lost a lot of money, and these are stocks that are making me money, and just be transparent. So that's really what I'm all about. Like, I have a lot of other friends who are on YouTube as well that have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in the stock market, but they're only documenting their wins, and they're documenting now that they're established. No one saw all the hard work and all the lessons and all the ups and downs they went through to get to where they are now. So that's why I decided to start from the beginning and like be very raw with all of you guys, you know? So
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way to do it, because to be honest with you, you can't say to somebody that you're an expert in something unless you've been doing it for at least 8 years. So I truly believe to be an expert in anything, you need to do it for 8 years. That's why you go to university for 8 years to be a doctor, right? Like, there's a reason for it, you know? If you're going to make a mistake, they want that to happen in the 6 years or 7 years when you quit, before you actually make it to be a doctor and you're actually, you know, doing surgery on someone's body. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they don't want you making those mistakes on the operating table.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why it takes 8 years to be an expert in anything. And I truly believe that. You've ever heard of, it takes like 21 days to create a habit?
Yeah.
Habits, these types of things. Trading is all about habits, okay? I've made a lot of mistakes in trading, and I'm going to keep making them. Because unless you make mistakes, you don't make anything. So that's one thing for sure. But I can also guarantee you this. The mistakes I'm making today are going to help me in the future. I truly believe that, because there's been so many times where I'll make a mistake and then it really hurts. And then in the future, I see it different. I'm like, oh, I've seen that before, because it hurt. And I really remembered that time where I made that mistake on that penny stock,
Yeah.
and then I just avoid that error, and then I see it go down. I'm like, holy shit, thank God I didn't do that. So
But that it comes with time.
Yeah, it does.
It comes with time, yeah.
It does.
And like just to like add, I think one of our guys in the audience said that you need a bear market before you learn anything, and I 100% agree with that. I think in 2019 I got in and it was a great year, but I haven't seen the dark days yet, and there's a lot of lessons for me to learn once we do hit a bear market. And it'll be my first time experiencing that as a new investor, which I'm crazy to say excited about because it's going to teach me a lot of things. It's going to make me a better investor long term. So
well, it is going to come. It's just not going to come yet. And a lot of people are trying to say it's going to come. And if you notice, it hasn't come. And people have been saying that about the Canadian real estate market for years. And I've myself profited, and I have many friends that have made millions in real estate while they've been predicting a crash, which has never come. Since 2007, that was the last crash. And we're in 2020. So the only reason why people keep predicting it, it's like going to the blackjack table or the roulette table. The roulette table's better. And you see a streak and it's black, 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 black. And then you see that guy and he keeps betting red. I'm the opposite. I would rather bet on the streak because that's momentum. You're trying to beat momentum now. Momentum is something different. You can't explain momentum. So when you try to bet against momentum, usually you lose your shirt. Sometimes it works for you, but I don't like to go against momentum. Right now, there's a lot of momentum, and the momentum is only gaining because the election is going to be in November, and that momentum is just gaining. And right now, Trump is winning. Nobody can say nothing to Trump because the market keeps going up. So he just keeps laughing at everyone, going, look, another record day. Another record day. Yeah, impeach the guy with the record market. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Impeach the guy with the record market. Oh, record jobs. Impeach the guy with record jobs. This is literally what he says on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter. And I'm like, this guy is must-see TV. Like, this guy is nuts. Like, he's taken his show and he's turned it into the presidency live on Twitter.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's The Apprentice live on Twitter with Mr. Trump, the new president of America. Like, how is this even possible? But it is. It's as crazy as it sounds. It is what it is, but it is. So this man is not going to let America fail. And America should be happy about that. You know what I mean? And they should keep voting Trump because if you want to make money in the stock market, now's the time. And Trump is going to keep pumping it up. Because think about it. If you go out there every day and tell everyone it's going to keep going up, when it goes down, you look like a fool. He can't allow it to go down.
That's true. That's a good point.
It's not going to let it go down. And I've been telling people have been predicting a recession all year, and I've been saying no recession, no recession, no recession. People call me a fool. They say you don't know what you're talking about. Everything's at all-time highs. I'm like, it's going to go higher. Guess what? It's gone higher.
It has
all year. Everything's been going higher all year. And I've been saying it all year. The only thing that's been going down is 5G and cannabis stocks. And stocks that are shit.
Come right back up very soon.
And stocks that are garbage and stocks that are trash and companies that don't make money. But companies that are good businesses, good fundamentals, good financials, money in the bank, hot industries, hyper-growth industries are going to go up. It's a fact. That's just the way the stock market goes. That's what Warren Buffett says. He's the best investor ever. So if we're really trying to be the best money show on YouTube, we're going to have to follow the theories of Warren Buffett.
Yep.
And do you know that Warren Buffett doesn't use a computer?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Warren Buffett doesn't use a computer. Warren Buffett reads financials. He'll get his partners to print him off financials, and he just reads financials. He doesn't do technical analysis. All these guys that are on YouTube, technical analysis, they're not Warren Buffett. So really, what does work? Invest in great companies that are profitable, that are in industries that are going to be around for 20 years, right? Like if you invest in stuff like what was that place that people used to go and buy videos? Blockbuster. Blockbuster went belly up because of Netflix. They literally went belly up because of Netflix, right? So if you're in a business that could go belly up, you're in trouble. But if you're in cannabis, people are going to keep smoking cannabis, you know? So chances are TrueLeaf is going to be around. IIPR is going to be around. So if you want to know who you should be buying, You should be buying Trulieve. You should be buying IIPR. You should be buying Liberty Health Sciences. You should be buying Curaleaf. You should be buying Canopy Growth Corp. You should be buying Aurora Cannabis. You should be buying Afria. These companies are going to be here, guys. I don't care what anybody says. All of those companies in the cannabis sector are going to be here. You can book it. They will be here. They're not going to run out of money. It's all bullshit. It's all BS. Wake the fuck up. Straight up, man. I'm telling you, like, wake up, pay attention to what's going on. The only reason why those stocks have gone down is because they weren't making money. Trulieve was going up because they're making money. It changed. The rules of engagement changed. So if you're not willing to change with the rules of engagement and you're still playing and buying Canopy or buying Aurora, hoping they're going to make money, that's not a smart way to trade. So I'm not suggesting you should go buy Aurora or Canopy right now, but eventually they're going to make money. And when they do, that's when you'll see them go up.
Yeah.
That's the way the market is. And that's the way it should be, so that investors can make calculated decisions based on real fundamentals and real financials, real assets, real liabilities, real results, as opposed to just hype and hope. And that always ends bad.
I love that. I love that you mentioned that on today's show, because it's the reality. I think for any of you guys who follow other investors or people who talk about stocks, that's the reality. Like, don't get blinded by the hype. You know, a lot of the stuff that is on YouTube, you know, sometimes some things are clickbaity, but I think like Rich said, you have to do your research, and you have to understand if it's a good investment based on the business model, the financials. Do all of your research first and invest in good companies. 100%.
I want America to be great again, man.
Well, it's been technically, when it comes to the market, it's been.
I want America to be great again, man. Honestly, I watch American football. I watch the NBA. I'm a big fan of LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I like America. You know, everybody has hate and stuff. I got no hate for nobody. I like America. I like what they do. I like what they represent. I like what they believe in. At the same time, on a global scale, I'm not here to get into politics. I'm not a politician. If someone has an issue with America going into another country and causing havoc and stuff, that's a whole nother issue. But as far as like as an investor that's in Canada, I like America for the fact that I like to make the US dollar. Okay? Yeah. And the US dollar is higher than the Canadian dollar. It's also more circulated than any other currency in the world. So America is the most powerful country in the world because they have the most circulated currency in the world. That is a fact. Everywhere in the world you go, with the exception of Cuba and a couple other countries, they will accept the American dollar. That is a fact. I'll take the Canadian dollar to the Dominican. It has less value than the US dollar. So when I'm hanging out with my buddies in the DR and they're in America and they're from America, their dollar gets 50 to 1. The Canadian dollar gets like 30 to 1. So all my American boys, they're partying harder than the Canadians. So that's what I'm trying to say. America is great in a lot of different ways, and people don't understand. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of reasons why, you know, people don't want to see the person or the company or the country that's number one. They don't want to see them at top. They always want to knock them down because they're jealous. You know what I mean? There's a reason why so many people want to live in Hollywood. You know, there's a reason why there's such great weather in places like Florida, in places like Hollywood. We don't have that in Canada anywhere. I'm very jealous. I'm envious. I am. I wish I could live in a place like Miami. I wish I could live in, you know, a place like you do, UCLA in California. Like that's my dream, being someone in Canada, because you don't get that anywhere in Canada. So there's a lot of things to like about America. Yeah, there's some things not to like. There's some things not to like. There's some people that are disagreeing with me about Trump. I'm not here to talk about whether I like or dislike. I just like the fact that he's good for the markets. On a personal level, I keep my personal opinion about people to myself. But like on a business level, I believe that Trump has been good for the markets. And the markets show that. Since he's been president, they've only gone up. Yeah. So as investors, how could we complain? If all you've done in the last year is bought Apple, you've made almost 100% on your money. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, as an investor, definitely. Other stuff, let's keep it to yourself because
Yeah, I mean, that's
it's not
politics, right? Like, I
relevant
don't
at
get into
all.
politics and I don't get into
Yeah.
how someone is on a personal level because I don't know the man. You know, I don't know the man. But on a business level, he's amazing for us.
He is a businessman. He's a businessman who became a president. That's the reality, and he's bringing that over to America. He's changing everything.
He's he's helping us
helping the
make money.
economy.
He's helping us make
Yeah.
money. He's helping people create jobs. He's helping us make money. Are there new jobs? Like, are there jobs in America? I don't know. Like, you tell me. Like, there's jobs in Canada. Jobs are happening. So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there is no recession. I feel like the markets will keep going up. I feel like Bitcoin will explode. Cannabis stocks will explode. We will see that 5G will explode. So you heard it here first on the Money Show. This is our third episode. This is now the newly crowned Money Show. Before we say goodbye, we got 5 minutes left. Let's just go through and say hi to everybody that's here and give them a shout out.
Let's do it.
Reefer Out Joint, obviously Invested Millennial and Rich TV Live are here. And thank you for joining us, guys, and being a part of this. Nelson, Mark Pepper, Pero Vanek, Joe Cracker, Patrick, Russell, Anthony.
Come
Thank
on,
you
we
guys
have
for
to have a
joining.
girl in here, please.
Joe Cracker, Mark Pepper, Anthony Alvarez, Russell Mitchell. Thank you for joining us, guys. Really appreciate you guys joining us here on your Saturday. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Hope you guys have a great week. Dylan Fraser, thank you for the videos, Dylan. I don't know if you've been noticing, but I've been taking videos from members all over North America, and I've been posting them, and they're going into dispensaries and making reviews on cannabis products.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're getting the community involved. Dylan Fraser's been sending me videos. He's actually sent me a few more. I haven't even posted them because I've been so busy doing so many different things. And JG is here. What's up, JG? Brent Jaggers is here. Brent has been bringing us some crazy picks in our Telegram group. Guys, watch Brent. His picks are on fire. He does lots of penny stocks that just go on fire. SBES is one of his picks that's been on fire. Take a look at it. SBES. It's a penny stock, but they've been absolutely on fire. Nelson says BTC. Yes, I'm a big fan of BTC.
I think that's it.
RD.
What said RD? Yeah, I think.
And is that everybody?
Oh, there's another one. Issa Rain? Issa Rain, maybe?
Try to
that's
say
how
hi
you
to
do it.
everybody. Oh, we got Infinite Possibilities in the house. How you doing, Infinite Possibilities? Thank you for joining. Wow, a lot of messages. I apologize. We didn't even get into your guys' messages, man. I apologize, guys. I feel bad. I feel really, really bad.
Michael Price. Shout out to you.
Shout out to all you guys for being here, man. We really appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't smashed that like button, please. Joe Morris. Hey, what's up, Joe? If you haven't been here, man, guys, you guys got to be here. Join us, join the community. We're not just a place to have fun. We're a place to make money. And we want to have, you guys be a part of this community. You guys can send us videos. You guys can be interactive with us. We want you guys to be a part of this, man. We want you guys to be a part of this. We want you guys to really be a part of this community. And I would love to be able to help bring you guys up. Like if you guys have a brand and you want to grow the brand, we want to be able to bring you guys to the Rich TV shop. I want to be able to collaborate with you guys. If you guys have a good video, something cool that happens, something that's just funny, send it. I'll post it. I just think different. My brain thinks different. I don't want to be like anybody else. I just don't.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have a show like anybody else. And I want people to be able to be entertained and have fun. And I'm excited to have a show like this with you. And I'm excited that we have this opportunity. So is there anything you want to say to the people before we say goodbye for this, our third episode and the newly formed Money Show on a Saturday at 6:33 right now p.m. PST in Vancouver? And you are where?
I am in Los Angeles, California at UCLA today.
What do you want to say? You have anything you want to say before we say
I wanna
goodbye?
Say, go share our Rich TV live and Invested Millennial and Ill Kid song on all of your social media platforms. Share the song for a new show. Make sure that you also hit the like button on this particular episode because it has our new name and we want everyone to join us, and we can't wait to see you guys again next Saturday. We're super excited to just talk about what's going on in the market. And yeah, I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I'm being able to connect with all of you amazing folks. And yeah, I'm very happy.
Should we put the song on?
Yes, let's do it one more time. Yeah, please share. I hope
you shout out to Ill Kid, man.
Spice it up, we talking life like it's just you and me. Tune in every weekend, you should check it, so you can get a male and female perspective. If you're stuck, we show you how to get that paper. Rich and Wendy, she's a communications major. If you ever need some help, text and we'll reply. We plant the seed of greatness, watch it grow, it's so divine. Invest in millennium. Invest in millennium. Invest in millennium. Rich TV Live. Rich TV Live. Rich TV.
All right, party people, thank you for watching. Wendy, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you in a week. Everybody, have a great weekend. Let's have a huge week next week. We're out. Peace.
Peace.